All right, so Miller, so this is year two with Zone Motion, and you had a fine season last year. Can you talk a little bit about how Zone Motion has benefited you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say the biggest thing that the first thing you notice when you start working with Buddy and the things that he teaches are how much slower the game gets. I'm a pretty cognitive player. I like analytics, scatter reports, all that kind of stuff. And I've had problems in the past with just speeding up my own mind and kind of getting distracted or even hyper focusing on something that can pull my focus away from something that I should be thinking about. And just the things Buddy teaches us to do are just slow everything down and really almost realign where our goal is when we're trying to execute a game plan or play the game itself. That just makes everything so much more simple and less stressful, feels easier. I mean, like the name of the brand, Zone Motion, it really is. Every athlete's had that experience where they feel like, they couldn't miss a spot if they tried, or swing and miss if they tried, or something like that. And Buddy really has found a way to teach that to people and give them a way to harness it for themselves. And I think also one of the biggest benefits is you can take a lot of the things that he teaches you to do on the field and implement it into your personal life kind of thing, at home, friends, socially, that kind of stuff. That really, for me, I've always been a pretty wound up kid, especially when I was younger. And taking that stuff off the field has really mellowed me out and put me in just more consistent moods. And especially during times like the quarantine we're dealing with right now, it's given me tools that I never knew about to just kind of keep myself level headed and able to focus on, getting better every day and not stressing myself out really more than anything.
So you're really a sharp guy and you understand analytics very well. I know you really study them. And from an analytical standpoint, what changes have you seen since you've been using Zone Motion?
Yeah. So we get TrackMan charts and that kind of stuff that plot all the pitches and that kind of thing that you throw throughout each game and season. And the more and more comfortable I got with this practice, and obviously you have games where it's better than others, just like any other sport. I could notice an immediate difference in the size of the deviation of each pitch. Groupings got smaller, more consistent. Velo was more consistent. I was already a really good command guy, but I was still able to cut my walks almost in half from my first pro short season. I was walking like one guy per nine, which I'm pretty sure was the best in the Midwest League at that time. So that's, if they say, a lot of times in sports, guys want to double down on their strengths, and even Zone Motion allowed me to shore up weaknesses while still doubling down on a strength and command. And I don't think any training I've heard of, seen from other people, or done myself has improved command anything like this has.
So you've done a lot of work on mechanics as well. And so when you're working on mechanics, is the mechanic the priority, or the process is the mind the priority?
Originally, definitely mechanics. When I was growing up, I would think myself into trying every different type of position and drill and all that kind of stuff. And when I started working with Buddy and we started talking about the process of the mind and what's really going on when we're executing an action, it allowed me to, without having to, I just got out of my own way. So when I was doing drills and stuff like that, they became more fluid. I started seeing changes, results, ranges of motion, all that kind of stuff. Started improving way, way faster because I was less tense and just staying out of my own way, letting the drill do the job, that kind of stuff.
So the process of the mind must be your priority, or the process or the mechanic must be the priority when working on the mechanic?
The mind, absolutely. I think everything starts above the neck.